Hello everyone, it's Sandi Clarkson here with you today, sharing a process video for My Creative Scrapbook using the November limited edition kit. I really love this kit. I can't say that enough. This month's kit features Vicki Boutin's Curiosities in Willow Grove for $49 in Market. And we got so much in the kit this month in the way of embellishments and papers and florals to design with, and a stencil that I haven't used yet. But I wanted to go first for this paper with the swatches of color on it. I really like that you can have all that nice color, but yet your embellishments and your photo are not competing with the design that's on the page. So it's very artfully thought out, I think. And those two horizontal strips you see me using there are from the laser cuts. And we got two packages of laser cuts, and this is from the one with more the florals. Well, no, from that more elements one. But I love the lace. It's so pretty. It's got some green stitch design, the cream, ivory. And I'm going to be scrapbooking a page of some of the granddaughters who were at a cousin's wedding, and so they were all dressed up, and it was a very glitzy affair, and so I thought this would be fun to do something feminine and romantic with the photo and the papers here. So there I'm trying to line up my horizontal pieces, and thought I did a really good job, but I really did better just doing it by eye, so I think that part's off camera. But then I want to put my photo kind of in the center, but over just a little bit to the left, because I know I'm going to have some elements on the right-hand side of the photo that I've, thought about in advance. That piece right there, that little mixed media piece, that's from the laser cuts. And I thought about chopping that up because some of it does get covered up, but it just seemed like, then it was going to be kind of piecemeal. So I just went for putting the whole thing down, and then I did layer on top of it, with some florals and title pieces and that kind of thing. And there you see me bringing in some of the three-dimensional flowers. Those two large ones are from Prima Marketing, and then the little small one is from Little Birdie's Craft. And then the fern pieces that you see me working with there are from the laser cuts also. And I was trying to decide whether, the small one would work or if I needed to go with the big one. And I just decided to go big and go home because, it's a wedding page, and this one's probably going to get shadow boxed for whomever I give it to. So I just went ahead and I thought that went to scale with a little bit of drapiness like you might see in wedding vases and bouquets and that kind of thing. So anyway, those flowers are perfect there. And then I bring in a purple flower also from the laser cuts. And I wanted just to bring that purple up into the orange area. And I also wanted to pull out that little laser cut that is like little puff balls. And they're kind of dark, kind of a charcoaly black. And I thought they would really stand out. And I want to pop that top one up a little bit on a foam square so that it would have a little bit of dimension. And then for my right hand corner on the top, I decided to go with two-dimensional flowers, if you will, because I just wanted to use some of those white ones, and I thought that other cluster was kind of large, and then I knew I was going to have kind of a lot going on over here on that side. So I think, for just those flowers, and then I also add one at the top behind that photo mat area. So one of them is going to go directly on some of the papers there, and then the other one I mount on a foam square. And I am using black foam squares so that when I photograph, you don't see white, you'll see black if you see anything at all. And right here, I kind of play around with what embellishments I'm going to add to the floral cluster. I want to bring in that purple leaf, and then I'm debating back and forth between the little deer antlers and that little twig piece you see right there. And I decided to go with the twig just because I really liked it, and it also coordinates nicely with that circular twig piece that I've got around the photo. So they kind of go together, and that's like shooting off from it. That would also be great on a Halloween page if you have a Halloween project to use, because it does kind of, add that kind of theme as well. And then I put the little purple floral in, and then I'm getting ready to put in that little daisy or mom, whatever it is. I wanted that to go at the top. And there I'm trialing the little mushrooms, and they're teal, and there's some teal in my photo mat design. So I'm wanting to bring those in. The mushrooms are all really cute. I'm going to use every single one of them. And then also I decided to bring in that stack of books because I needed a little something for that corner to kind of help with the visual triangle. And I wanted to, all those girls are big readers, most of them are anyway. And so I decided, well, I'll bring the books in, and then I'm also trialing some other titles. There you see me putting a small subtitle that says Remember Today, and I had a little trouble getting it to adhere, but I had to persevere and get it done. So got that done, and then I'm going to elevate the little stack of books, as well as that circular piece right there that I fussy cut from one of the cover sheets. And I stick it in there, and it's lined straight on the first trial. Yay, me. So here I am with the books, and I just happen to have some corrugated cardboard laying on the table, and it fit perfectly, so I just went ahead and went with it. That'll stabilize the books, and then, this can go behind a page protector if they can get those big flowers in there, or however they want to use it, but it'll stabilize. And I want to use the orange flowers to bring some orange down toward the purple, and I wanted that to look kind of like a quill, and so I was kind of particular about how it was resting on the books. So I have to play with it a little bit until I get it just the right amount of laying on the books and the right amount of drooping over the edge. And I finally get it just like I wanted. All the feathers in the kit are gorgeous, and so I hope to use many of them on all my designs. And then I'm bringing in some of the butterflies. Vicki Boutin says that these are moss, not butterflies, so I'll try to call them moss. My original idea for this design page was I was going to use butterflies on every open swatch of color, but then I decided I already had so much going on that I needed just to dial it back a little bit and just use a few. So I used 3 or 4. And then what you don't see on camera also is that I also add another white daisy down toward the big hot pink flower, and I tuck it up underneath my photo. But there I was just getting my butterflies, not to be at the same level. One's a little lower than the other one. And then I'm going to add some texture to the page with some art stones and some ice resin glass glitter in pink. I thought since they were at a wedding that, I could go with some glitter on the page and put that on my flowers and then in the upper right hand corner. So I add the art stones first just for a little texture and to kind of go with the foresty theme of the papers of the collection. And then I wanted the glitter just to bring out the shine because, the girls are all dressed up in their fancy dresses and their nice shoes. And so just wanted it to be, shiny. And then I think I know which girl I'm going to give this to. We can do a shadow box for her and put it in her bedroom. They like doing that with some of my designs where I feature them. So I think the last thing that I do is use some white paint. It's actually Dina Wakley glossy spray, and it was the fastest thing to use and grab, although I did have to go off camera a second and grab something to open my lid with because it was kind of stuck. And then I just used my palette knife to spread it around, and I wanted it to be pretty heavy. The splattering just makes everything cohesive. It gives it a little bit of that shabby chic romantic look, which goes with the design of the page. And so it's a little bit shiny too, so that goes along with the shine that we were talking about. I'm going to have a finished photo here in a moment and some close-ups, but there's details below in the description box about how you can order a kit or how you can become a Kit Club subscriber, which is the best way to go. So here are your close-ups. Thank you for coming by. Hit the like button and subscribe if you want to get more of my content in your YouTube feed. I hope you enjoy your kit as much as I do, and thanks again for coming by. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.